Your shoulders are completely tensed up and hurting. I'm going to show you how to get your pain under control and possibly even get rid of it. So it's easier for you to understand why we do this exercise. We're going to show you. Watch this. In our daily lives, our arms are always in this position, typing on keyboards, preparing our food. Our arms are always in the front, rarely extended backwards, even less rarely up here in the back. And the moment we have our arms always here in the front, it could lead to excessive tension here in our chest because our muscles and fascia are too short. And we want to counteract that and then check out what happens. For our first exercise, lie on your stomach, just like Ina here. Now, if you have a problem with your right shoulder, we're going to start with your right arm. If it's the left one, you do the same, only on the left side. First, stretch out your arm at shoulder level on the floor. To make this clear, this is shoulder level, your shoulder is touching the floor, and then you move your arm up to a 45-degree angle. That is smack in the middle between this right angle between the horizontal line here and the vertical line here going up from your head. Here, also, you want to get your shoulder as close to the floor as possible. Now, put your left hand up as if you wanted to do some push-ups. Move your left leg 30 centimeters to the left and follow with your right leg touching your left leg. That makes sure that when you rotate, the angle of your arm in relation to your shoulder and upper body remains the same. And now move your left knee up and rotate inwards. And then as soon as you rotate, you'll feel the stretch in your right shoulder, going into your chest and your arm. This stretch should reach an intensity that you could still manage, even if only barely. The arm position that Ina has assumed, please try that at home. And that means your upper arm is at a 45-degree angle, but your forearm is bent like this. And Ina, please tell me, the stretch is slightly different, right? Now we're moving to a different area of muscles and fascia, and please try out what brings you at home more relief. Be that this, as a preliminary phase, helps you to get better into the other stretch position. Now we're moving on to the next important stretch. The best position for this is on all fours. Your thighs should be in an upright position. They should be upright. And crawl forward with your fingers so that it's possible for you to dive down with your chest. That's great. And that starts a stretch in your shoulder joints. Here, it's important that your arms are completely outstretched, completely locked. This is the most common mistake in this exercise, that the arms are not completely stretched out, but slightly bent. The moment your arms are only slightly bent, it diminishes the stretch that's so important for your shoulder. And now we're going to give you an important tip how to keep your arms in a locked position. You take this exercise aid, or a belt, or a rope, looped in a way that allows you to slip your arms in, and then move the loops up towards your elbows. Now, if you try to pull your arms apart and your hands want to move to the sides, then your elbows are automatically locked. And exactly in this position, you lean over, your thighs are upright, and you move your hands outwards. Yeah, they want to move apart. And the more you move your hands outward, the more locked your elbows will be. And that is the most important condition for this exercise to achieve its full effect. And now, lower your breastbone as you did before. And now, as I can imagine, Ina, that's a completely different level of stretching, right? This tiny stretch, it's barely visible. It makes a tremendous difference in the intensity that you get. Give it a try. This is our third and last stretching exercise for today. And we're going to move into a different direction. Ina, please bring your arms behind your back and place them down in a way that your hands are pointing backwards. At the beginning, it's best to place your hands as much back as you can, get into a stable position, and then wiggle your buttocks forward, slowly shifting from left to right, not too fast, nice and slow, so that the load on your shoulders does not come in extreme waves. Slowly moving forward, you'll notice two things. Number one, the stretch is growing stronger, which is great. Number two, you have to be careful that your hands stay in position. Because if you don't have a good grip on your mat, you'll feel how your arms want to glide outwards. So please make sure that your hands stay in position while you're moving forward with your buttocks. And again, 2.5 minutes to intensify the stretch. And then slowly leave the position. How can you best prevent your hands from sliding sideways so that you can complete the exercise? You can grab the edge of your mat. It's possible, but has the downside that by grabbing the edge, your forearms tense up and that radiates into your upper arms. Second option, use a towel, but you'd still be grabbing and that would also tense up your arms. The best way to prevent them from sliding sideways is using this exercise aid or a belt that is set to the right distance. Because that keeps your hands in position and gives you the opportunity to amplify the stretch in a different way. It goes like this. Instead of moving your buttocks forward, you could crawl backwards with your fingers. One pull with your fingers and then your hand goes flat. And so, millimeter by millimeter, you can adjust the stretch until it reaches a point that you could just withstand. And now we're going to show you a great way how, with only one exercise, you could do a lot of good for your shoulders. Take this exercise aid, or a towel, or a stick that you grab at a width that barely keeps you from going all the way in a full rotation. Let's show them, Ina. Your arms go up, fully locked, fully locked. And now you would have to bend your arms to keep going. And at exactly that position, your work begins. Fully locked, Ina. And this is the end with fully locked arms. And this is where you start working. You go a bit left or right, and over time, it'll get easier, and at some point, you'll be able to do a full rotation. Stay at this point for a while before your hands come closer together to intensify this exercise even more. Have fun and try it out, and if you need a routine for your shoulders, then click up here and have fun with that too. Bye.